We are one adventure at a time. Dave, Carrie, and Rudolph. We are excited to start our third year of full-time living and traveling in our tiny home on wheels. Join us as we travel North America, exploring and sharing the beauty around us. Established as a unit of the National Park System in 1938 and officially completed in 2005, the Natchez Trace crosses 4 distinct ecosystems, 8 major waterways, as well as 3 states: Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee. The Natchez Trace Parkway is 444 miles without a stoplight or a stop sign. Today we begin our adventure at milepost 193, just shy of the halfway mark.
Today we are in Mississippi. We're about 11 miles outside of Ackerman. We were driving on the Natchez Trace Parkway and pulled off into this campground. This is the Jeff Busby campground. It's in a national park, and it's free to get into this national park, and it's free to camp in this campground, and that's a double win for us. Super excited about this. Look at the color of the trees, that light green, that early spring fresh look. It makes me feel relaxed and calm. So there are 18 sites in this campground, and they are not numbered, so it's a little bit confusing at first, but you figure it out really quick if you pull on any of these side loops. And there's a picnic table and fire pit, then you can park right on the loop. They want you parking on the blacktop and not in the dirt. There's a hiking trail here, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of exploring. I've gathered some wood, but this is a super calming area, and this is the kind of camp spot that you usually pay money for. It's done up very well. There's water here, there's bathrooms here, picnic tables and trash cans, and all the amenities that you'd expect to pay for. The weather is perfect. We really timed this out well. You can see Rudolph's happy, he's wagging his tail. I've already gathered some wood here, so I hope to have a fire here either tonight or tomorrow. And just recharge a bit and relax. And enjoy the outdoors. Mississippi is looking fantastic. This is the Little Mountain Trail. I have no idea how far it is, but we're gonna go check it out. This is the perfect day for a hike. Rudolph's all excited. He gets a little trot going sometimes. He loves to get out and stretch his legs, and I'm ready for that too. Yesterday was a big travel day for us, and we did more driving than normal, so this feels great. What a perfect time of year too. It feels so good just to go for a walk and get away from it all. Look at all the scenery and listen to the birds sing. It makes everything feel pretty good. But then there's Rudolph. He's on the track of something. There's lots of really good smells here. He's not getting very far before he has to check something out. He's having a good time too. This is the overlook at the top of the trail, which is pretty cool. So you can get here either by taking the nature trail out of the campground. It is only a half-mile long, and I'd recommend taking it just for the sounds of the birds and all the different colors of green that you'll see along the way. Super peaceful. I would like to fly my drone here and see what's over the top of these trees, but this is National Park, so I will not be able to fly here. I did notice there's a road only a couple miles away where I can fly the drone, so I might have to see if I can get a bird's eye view of the area. Rudel and I are just gonna take the road back here since we haven't been on it before. It's a real inviting road. It just makes you want to go down it to see what's around the next corner. Oh no, if you can see Rudel, but he gets a little trot going to him. He gets excited. He loves these walks. We're getting close to getting back to the van here. And we haven't seen Carrie for, well, almost an hour now. So Rudel is pretty excited about seeing Mommy again. He can't wait. That's been a long time.
Rudel. Hi, Rudel.
Oh boy.
Did you go for a walk?
Oh boy, it's Mommy.
Did you go for a big walk? Huh? Come here. You go for a walk. Is that far?
No, it's only a half mile up to the top. So we
Half mile.
No, really, a real half mile.
Okay.
So I probably did right exactly at a mile round trip.
Cool. What do you have?
It's been raining the last couple days on and off, so the wood's really damp. So I'm gonna cheat just a little bit and torch the fire.
Where did you get that?
We got this in Oklahoma when we stopped at Carrie's cousin's house.
Her husband's a welder.
Yeah, and he gave us this, so we're gonna put it to good use.
Dave was happy as pie. That's cheating.
Yay, instant fire.
You can also get that at Home Depot.
Yes, you can. Get this fire going and get some hot dogs cooking.
Not much bushcraft to this fire.
No, there's not. Not a lot of challenge. My favorite thing about this campground was taking the short half-mile hike up to the top of the mountain, Little Mountain. The whole way along, the birds were singing to me, and it was just very soothing.
That's what I was going to say. My favorite part is the birds. Lots of singing birds everywhere you go.
And of course, all the different colors of green from the trees, because early in the spring, they're just a bright green. So very lush area.
Yeah. So what you need to know about this campground, there are 18 sites. It is a little confusing to find out where your site is. The loop that we're in right now, there are 4 sites on this loop, and we had to drive through this campground 3 times before we figured out a spot that we could have.
Yeah, so just think of it as you can't camp on the main road, but any loop that leads left or right, you can camp on all those. You'll figure it out pretty quick. So there is water here. There's a little bit of cell reception, but like we did, just went to the top of the hill and got 3 to 4 bars of cell reception.
Yeah, it is very shady. Now, if you need solar, that's not so good. We also went to the top of the hill for that. It's spring, so the bugs are starting to come out. There are a lot of no-see-ums, and there are a lot of ticks. We've been finding ticks en route, which is pretty common this time of year, especially in the east.
I think if you come here, you'll find out this campground is set up very well, but it's not really a destination type campground. The destination, I would say, here is the parkway itself. Just drive, the drive is just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, this is the only campground I've been to on a Friday night when everybody left.
Yep.
So it's hit and miss throughout the week. It's just a quick stop, and then usually most people are on their way.
Yep. So there is a couple other campgrounds on this parkway that you can camp at. So there's one at the start, one at the end, and one in the middle. This is the one in the middle. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely plan on, if you're going to do the drive on the parkway, to stay at one of these campgrounds.
I will say it is the middle, almost end of April, and the wildflowers along the parkway are gorgeous.
Absolutely.
The Natchez Trace Parkway travels through the traditional homelands of the Natchez, Chickasaw, and Choctaw nations. The trace is filled with history along the way.
Today we are at the Meriwether Lewis campground at the northern end of the Natchez Trace Parkway. And this is a free campground. There's 32 sites. We're currently at number 32. All the sites are paved with picnic tables and fire pits. There's bathrooms here and trash and water. So more than you would expect at a free campground. I'm excited about this location because there are 2 waterfalls within 12 miles or so of this campground. Plus there's trails right here and a little creek I want to go explore, but I think we have timed it perfectly as far as the wildflowers and everything being in its prime spring condition.
We are excited to be in Tennessee. We've heard nothing but good things about Tennessee. And we're excited to explore with 2 of our favorite van lifers. And you will recognize them if you've been watching our videos. So we're going to be hanging out with Bill and Jesse from No Matter Where Van for the next couple of weeks. Here, let me show you.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hi! We're in Tennessee with Dave and Carrie and Rudolph.
I know, I'm super excited to be adventuring with these guys again. It's so awesome to be hanging out and just enjoying the land.
We're excited too.
Yeah, we meet up at all the cool places. Florida, Idaho, Wyoming, Arizona, Montana.
Arizona.
And now Tennessee.
Yes.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, it is. Lots of waterfalls, some hiking. Hell yeah.
So we're about to go do a little hike today.
Yeah.
We're gonna do, what is it, Swan River?
Little Swan Creek.
Awesome.
Yep.
Let's get going.
It's going to be awesome.
This is the trail to Swan Creek. Hopefully it's going to take us down by the water. Looks like it's crystal clear. I want to get a better look. Oh, I wonder what this is. Look how bright orange it is. Finally, we made it all the way down to the creek. And the sky's getting darker. I think we might get a little rain too. But there it is. Nice and clear, a lot of rock bottom, a lot of bedrock. Oh, wow. Looks like you could just walk up the creek. Tick, 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 Roodle tick, 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 tick. Oh, Roodle Doodle, he's a tick-tacker. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, good boy.
Being checked for ticks is tough work.
Yes, it is. That's stop, stop. That's stop, stop. Tick, 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 tick. Okay. My favorite part about this campground is the trail system, and especially being on that little Swan Creek trail next to that creek. That was amazing.
That creek was amazing. That was fun. There are a few other trails at this campground as well, and that is a nice thing about this campground. It's very treed, as you can see, which is good and bad. In the summertime, I can imagine this will be nice and cool.
But not so good if you're expecting solar or expecting sun for your solar panels.
Yeah, not so good.
All right, so what kind of amenities are here? There's trash, there's water, there's toilets and picnic tables, fire pits, and everything is on the pavement.
Yeah, there's 32 sites at this campground. This is one of 3 free campgrounds on the Natchez Trace Parkway. And this one has a little bit more history than the other two, I believe. Meriwether Lewis was died and buried here. So if you're a history buff, this might be a really interesting place for you to stop. But I did want to mention when we were hiking yesterday that the ticks are out in full force.
Yeah, if you come the end of April, start of May like we did, be tick aware and be prepared.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen so many ticks as I did yesterday.
Yeah. It's a short trail to Fall Hollows Falls. And we're actually leaving Rudel in charge of the van, which he's not super excited about, but we just don't want to get any more ticks on him on a short hike right here. So he's gonna be alone. We're at Jackson Falls, and this is supposed to be a steep hike, only 900 feet, down to a waterfall that has a clear pool. So I don't know if that means swimming in the pool or not, but I'm hoping so. And I'm hoping the trail's not too steep.
Okay, let's talk about the Natchez Trace Parkway. So it either begins and ends and Nashville, Tennessee and Natchez, Mississippi are vice versa. 444 miles without a stop sign or a stoplight.
And there's no commercial vehicles allowed on this road, so it's just people that are out here to see the history and the beauty.
Yeah. Now, the speed limit is 50 miles an hour, which Dave loves.
Yeah.
That's your speed.
That's my speed.
So this is not a hurry up and get through type of parkway. This is a slow down, enjoy the views, and take your time. Which brings me to, you'll want to get the Natchez Trace Parkway guide from the National Park. It shows you the entire route, and on the back it has mileposts. So each mile is marked, and it'll tell you the different historic sites along the way.
Yeah, so this really helps if you're in a time crunch, because you cannot, there's not enough time to see all these different history and these beauties. So you can just pick out the ones that you have time for, and then use those pull-offs and check those out.
Yeah. So this is a national park. It's, like I said, it's 444 miles.
Yeah, there's 3 of these free campgrounds along the route, and they are spaced out. They're all free.
Yeah, one at the beginning, one at the middle, like when we came in at the middle in Mississippi at Jeff Busby, and then the Meriwether Lewis campground.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a parkway worth taking. It's one of the best scenic routes that I have ever seen.
Yeah,
It's
I can imagine how stunningly beautiful it is in the fall.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So the springtime, we hardly had any traffic. If you come in summer or fall, probably expect a little bit more traffic.
Even though I think we hit it pretty good, because the wildflowers were just going crazy right now.
Yes. Now, if you want other campgrounds with amenities, there's lots of campgrounds along the way with amenities, and then you can supplement with these free campgrounds as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this, I think, is the only national park
highway
in the nation.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's definitely worth the time. I'm so glad we did it.
Yeah. Now, I did want to mention you will see some drone footage at Jeff Busby, and we were not in the national park.
Yeah. So we made a big point of getting out of the national park, but as close as we could to it, just to get a little bit of drone footage for an overall view of that area.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you get to come here and check this out for yourselves.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week.
Happy camping.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yep, got that all on camera.
Yeah?
Yeah, I kept solid on that one.
Those are some James Brown moves. I charge for classes. It's called, where you can sign up for them at www.danceafool.com.
If you would like to support our channel, please consider becoming a patron, or check out our new merchandise at oneadvantureatatime.com. We also have stickers available in our website store. Thank you for watching.